At number 9, nail biting feels like harmless fidgeting, but it repeatedly turns your fingertips into open wounds. The skin around a nail is a barrier. Once teeth tear a cuticle or pull off a hangnail, bacteria can enter and trigger paronychia, the painful redness, swelling, or pus that forms beside the nail. Biting also transfers whatever is under your nails into your mouth and can chip teeth or strain your jaw when the habit is forceful and constant. But the dramatic claim that every bite sends bacteria into your bloodstream is not accurate. Most problems stay local. The real damage comes from repetition: bite, tear, expose, heal, then reopen the same area before it fully recovers. A nervous habit can become a wound that never gets a proper day off. At number 8, pinching your nose and sealing your mouth during a sneeze traps pressure inside. Usually, nothing dramatic happens. You may feel fullness in your ears or sinuses, and the pressure quickly fades. But rare medical reports describe injuries to the throat, chest, or eardrum after people forcefully blocked a sneeze. Rare is the important word. This is not a routine path to broken facial bones, and a stifled sneeze is unlikely to wreck your body. Still, the habit has no benefit. A sneeze is your airway clearing an irritant. Blocking both exits sends that force inward instead. The internet turns unusual case reports into guaranteed disasters. The honest lesson is simpler. Let the sneeze out into a tissue or your elbow instead of making your head contain it. At number 7, the cotton swab looks exactly like an ear cleaning tool, which is why this mistake feels so reasonable. Earwax is not dirt. It protects the ear canal and normally moves outward on its own. When a swab enters the canal, it may collect a little wax near the opening while pushing the rest deeper, packing it into a plug. That can cause fullness, ringing, discomfort, or muffled hearing. Pushing farther can scratch the thin canal skin, and one sudden movement can injure the eardrum. The outside folds of the ear can be wiped. The canal is the part to leave alone. If wax truly blocks hearing, professional removal is safer than digging. The swab feels productive because it comes out dirty. Your ear may simply be dirtier farther inside. At number 6, more water is not always better. Your blood needs a balance of water and sodium. If someone drinks an extreme amount faster than the kidneys can remove it, especially during endurance exercise or when illness limits water clearance, the sodium becomes diluted. Water then moves into cells, including brain cells, which can cause headache, confusion, vomiting, seizures, and, in severe cases, death. This is hyponatremia. But normal hydration is not the enemy, and an extra glass is not likely to cause it. The dangerous pattern is rapid, excessive intake that ignores thirst, sweat losses, and the body's ability to clear water. Stay hydrated was never supposed to mean drink without limit. Even water becomes harmful when the dose outruns the system built to manage it. At number 5, hearing damage can happen quietly, even while the music sounds clear. Inside the cochlea are sensory hair cells that convert vibration into electrical signals for the brain. Loud sound over time can damage those cells. In humans, they do not regrow, so the loss can be permanent. The first clues may be ringing, muffled hearing after listening, or needing more volume than before. Because the change is gradual, yesterday's loud setting starts feeling normal, and the volume creeps higher. Earbuds are not uniquely poisonous. Risk comes from loudness multiplied by time. A comfortable volume for a short session is different from near maximum sound for hours. Pain is not an early warning system you can trust. By the time loud audio hurts, your ears have already been asking for less. At number 4, a bedroom can be quiet and still tell your brain it is daytime. Light reaching your eyes at night can suppress melatonin and shift the circadian signals that help coordinate sleep. Bright overhead light and blue-rich screens usually matter more than a dim lamp, but even room light during sleep has altered heart rate and glucose regulation in controlled studies. That does not prove one nightlight permanently damages metabolism or causes depression. Most evidence points to disrupted or lower quality sleep, and the effect depends on brightness, color, timing, and the individual. The habit becomes costly when darkness almost never arrives. Phone, television, hallway light, then sunrise. Your body does not read the clock on the wall. It reads light, and light is quietly telling it when night has begun. At number 3, sitting is not the new smoking. Smoking exposes the body to toxic chemicals. A chair does not. But spending most waking hours motionless still carries a cost. Large studies link higher sedentary time with greater risks of cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and early death, especially in people who get little exercise. In the short term, long unbroken periods mean less muscle activity in the legs and less help controlling blood sugar and circulating fats. A workout is valuable, not erased, but it does not turn every other hour into movement. The useful distinction is between sitting and uninterrupted sitting. Standing briefly, walking, or changing tasks wakes those muscles back up. The chair is not secretly poisoning you. The pattern is quietly training your body to do less. At number 2, stomach sleeping is less destructive than the internet claims, but it can make your neck pay rent all night. To breathe, your head usually stays rotated to one side for hours. That can irritate neck joints and muscles, while the pelvis and mattress may increase strain through the lower back. People with neck or back problems often notice it most. What it does not do is permanently flatten your spinal curves. There is no universal best position, and someone who wakes comfortable is not silently deforming. The real warning is repeated pain, numbness, or stiffness that follows the same position night after night. This habit is a mechanical mismatch, not a guaranteed injury. Your sleeping body is still holding one posture for 7 or 8 hours. At number 1, delaying a bathroom trip once is normal. Your bladder is designed to store urine, and an occasional inconvenience does not cause infection, incontinence, kidney damage, or rupture. The concern is making severe urgency a daily routine. Repeated overfilling can overstretch the bladder and may make efficient emptying harder, particularly for someone who already has urinary retention or another bladder condition. Urine left behind after incomplete emptying gives bacteria more opportunity to grow, which can raise infection risk. But holding it and medical urinary retention are not automatically the same thing, so the viral version often skips context. The body gives you an urge before it gives you an emergency. Ignoring that signal occasionally is life. Training yourself to ignore it constantly is the habit that can backfire.